for the slight technical problems at the beginning, but yeah, we are all here now, so I will give the floor to the moderator today, to Lawrence. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, good afternoon from wherever you are. You can pick the time that fits you. And I want to welcome you to the semifinals of the ClimateLaunchpad Global competition. I would like first to congratulate all of you to have made it so far. And this is a great, great step in combating climate change. And today, just giving you an insight about what we are going to look at is that my name is Lawrence Tigger. I have been a ClimateLaunchpad trainer since 2016 till today, and have grown into assisting green enterprises make it to the market. That's what I do, and that's what I love to do. And I'm glad to be with you today. So just giving you a brief, I'd like first to let you know that we are all in the Urban Solutions room. This is where we are going to compete. We have 11 of us, and out of the 11, we'll have 2 who will come out as winners in this theme. In our theme, we are looking at solutions that transform the urban environment into decarbonized beacons. We are looking at solutions that help make cities more resilient to flooding, to heat, and we are looking for nature-based solutions. That is what we are looking for in this theme. So how it's going to work today is that out of this room, you're going to get 2 winners. And these 2 winners will then compete in the global finals next week. And today, the top 3 in the global finals, one will win as follows. Let me point that out so that I give you accurate information. I hope you can hear me well. So the top one will win 10,000 euros. Top 2 will win 7,500 euros. And the top 3 will win 5,000 euros. All the teams that make it to the global finals, which will be 16, will then have all an opportunity to join the CLP Accelerator program next year, where they will get coaching and mentorship to help their businesses grow. So guys, welcome. And as you consider the butterflies that you have, all the best and good. So now I'd like to welcome the jury. Just house rules. I think our room boss had gone through this. You can click on, can you see the screen? Good, we have some house rules which Ula took us through. Make sure rename yourself in terms of your startup name and then your own name. Put your mics and video off when you are not presenting. And your pitch will be announced. I will announce your pitch. And then we are going to listen to your pitch. And then we'll have a 3 minutes Q&A session where then you're allowed to share your screen in the Q&A session. And then at the end of the presentations, all of them, then I'm going to request that you leave the room for the juries now to take time to do their hard work and pick the one that is going to win from the room. But I hope all of you would be with us from beginning till the end. Thank you. All right, so our next slide, 5 minutes pre-recorded pitch, which will be part of this presentation. Then we have 3 minutes Q&A. And for me, I will be just checking compliance. This is in terms of your slides, whether they follow the format. The jury will do the hard work of kind of just getting into your ideas. And then the announcement of winners will happen tomorrow. We'll share the link, which you can then click and know who won from this room and all the other rooms that are there today. Today, 80 teams are competing in the different themes. All right, and then once you get the top 16, we'll get access to the Climate Launchpad Accelerator for next year. All right, next slide. So we start now, and hopefully we end at 3 p.m. CEST time, but you can check your clock from whatever time zone you're joining us in. Tomorrow we have the announcement of top 16, and then on November 3rd next week, then we'll listen to the top 16 pitches, and this we will join through the link that will be shared way later. Good, next slide. Meet the jury. So we have 4 jury members who will join us today, and I will give opportunity to each one of them to introduce themselves and welcome the teams. We'll start with, oh my goodness, please, Rinse, I don't know how to pronounce this name, but according to the order that is on the screen share.
Thank you, Lawrence. Rinske, but I understand it's a complicated name, and you can make it shorter to call me just Rin. That's the first part. I listen to it too. Welcome all of you. I'm really excited to hear all your business ideas today. I have my own business here in the Netherlands. I support mostly local governments with climate change subjects like energy transition and climate adaptation. And besides, I'm in Delft, so the city where I live. I'm the party member of the Green Left Party. So I'm in the local city council.
Wow, good. Thank you very much and welcome. We can go to the next. We have Faraji.
Brother, seems like it's very hard for you to mention every name. So, hi everyone. As already mentioned, my name is Faraji. I'm also an entrepreneur just like you guys. So you should feel like you're your friend, you're presenting to your friend, because I'm also working on a startup, biogas. So I'm still there. Don't be scared because of being judges and stuff like that, because we're all the same, we all have ingredients. So the hub manager at Innovative Ventures, but at the same time, I own my own startup on the biogas, as well as I'm representative for AFSC, African area. Currently, I'm at the AfriLabs, if you know them. AfriLabs conference is happening right now. I'm in Zambia, where it's happening. So I'm looking forward to hearing all that you're presenting, because part of it will be part of me presenting to the participants here and see if we can be able to share and in the long run work together. Thank you very much.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Faraji, for joining us. I'm looking forward to your hard work at the end. All right, we could go to the next jury member.
Hi, I'm Zehra. I'm speaking to you from Karachi, Pakistan, and very excited to be here right now. And just want to congratulate each and every one of you, the 11 teams. I think being in the semifinals also says a lot about your projects, and I look forward to hearing your stories. From what I do, I look after the ESG and sustainability space at K Electric, which is one of the biggest utilities in Pakistan. And we are one of the few left in the world which is an integrated utility. We do transmission, generation, and distribution. So looking forward to this event. Thank you.
All right, good. Thank you very much and welcome. We can go to the next jury member.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alberto Ogura. I am a Director of Sustainability and Smart Manufacturing and Industries at Hitachi Consulting. My background is both engineering and sustainability. I have two degrees from very different areas, which is sometimes people look and say, strange. But as we could see, and as I saw in all the competitors here, these areas are becoming more and more integrated, right? So it's really about techniques, innovation, and also social sustainability and climate change as well. So I'm very interested in listening to everybody. I saw your pre-recorded pitches; they were all very great.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Alberto, and welcome, jury members. I know it's going to be hard. I also looked at the pre-recorded pitch. You guys, you've done a good job. No matter whoever wins in this group or in this team, I really encourage all of you to go on with your businesses. Make it work, because once you get the customer, then it works. Thank you very much. All right, next slide. The pitching order, we're going to listen to Source, will be our first startup that we're going to listen to. Eva would be our second. Number 3 is Clean Air. And then the fourth one will be named BreatheIO. The 5th will be Studio Bio. The 6th will be Circularity Space. And the 7th will be Ecomak Recyclers. And the 8th will be Ecomak. And the 9th will be LOCALfarm. And the 10th will be Recyclo Package. And we'll finish with Bassile. Well, that will help us pronounce that one when the time comes. So all the best to all of you, and looking forward to hearing your businesses. Today, let's fix climate change one startup at a time. Good luck. You can listen to the first speech, and the first one to join us will be Source. Is Source around? I think when we did the tally, I'm not around. All right, good. Welcome. Sorry, I can't hear the sound. Am I the only one?
Yeah, no
All
audio.
right.
No audio.
Yeah, no.
I also don't hear anything.
Okay. Let's see how we can change that.
Okay, so no one heard anything?
Yep.
Okay, give me 1 second. I will just make sure. Mhm.
Are some bad news for the climate. They contribute to.
Can you hear that now? Yeah, okay,
Yep.
let's start from the beginning then.
Hi. My name is Dhruv, and I'm a graduate student at Stanford University. And here's how I'm changing the world. So we spend almost 90% of our time indoors. It's everything from your own home to offices, factories, and restaurants. But buildings are some bad news for the climate. They contribute to about 40% of global greenhouse gas emissions. And with rapid urbanization, they're the biggest growing piece of electricity consumption and demand in the world. But the best part of this challenge is that we have all of the technologies we need to decarbonize the built environment today. We just need to find the most efficient pathways to scaling them. And that's exactly what Source enables. On one side, we match commercial building owners to the best projects, financing, rebates, and implementation partners for free. So whether it's EV charging infrastructure, rooftop solar, or smart automation systems, we get projects done without any hassle. And on the other side, we match technology companies to motivated customers in exchange for a 10% finder's fee. Together, this forms a two-sided marketplace built specifically to decarbonize buildings, cities, and entire nations. So the beachhead market that we start with is California, where there are 3.1 million commercial and multifamily buildings and strictly enforced building codes and emission caps. And then we scale this approach globally. We're building the equivalent of a New York City every month for the next 30 years. and we need to ensure that each of those buildings is efficient and carbon-free. Now that new energy technologies outcompete conventional products and services, this is a $1 trillion market opportunity. And coming to our product, implementing energy projects can be extremely complex, and so we've made it as easy as possible to source for them. Building owners come and enter their address and specify their project drivers for implementing something, whether it's cost savings, resilience, upgrading to high quality infrastructure, or anything else. And then we match them to the best technology, financing, and rebates all in one place. In the back end, we have a building model simulation of 125 million commercial buildings in the United States. And this model can predict a building's energy consumption in 15-minute intervals with 90% accuracy. So existing providers overwhelm customers with tons of data requests, but with the Source platform, all they need to get started is a building address. And then depending on the building type, climate, location, and project drivers, we recommend projects that can cut 40% of energy costs with no upfront investment required. So for the first time in history, going efficient is also much cheaper. We conducted over 150 customer discovery interviews with a variety of stakeholders, from commercial building owners to utilities and public commissions. And because what we're offering plugs in so many gaps, we already have 600 buildings just waiting to use Source to implement a project. Since we're a software-based marketplace that vertically integrates existing market players, we have a very low customer acquisition cost and are on track to transact 500 million in profits by 2025. The average project size that we transact is about $100,000, out of which our take rate is 10%. With Source deployed at scale, we can reduce global emissions by 3 gigatons every year. And historically, energy efficiency in buildings has reduced global emissions by 12%. And now we need to find the best pathways to scale efficient and clean technologies, not just in the US, not just in Europe or Asia, but all over the world. And coming to our team of Stanford students has over 10 years of cumulative experience working in the energy industry. We have experience working with government agencies, federal energy ministries all over India and Africa, and on innovations deeply rooted in building science and artificial intelligence. Together, we want to create the world's most trusted energy service marketplace that can ensure equity and security for future generations. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much to Source and team. The time now is 3 minutes, guys, for question and answers. So welcome. Jury, any questions? This would be your time.
Can I kick off?
Yeah, please.
I have a question. What I see, at least in the Netherlands, is that a big problem in getting buildings more sustainable is that there are not enough people available to do the jobs. How do you deal with that problem?
Yeah, that's a really good question. We just started working for a hotel developer in Hawaii, and there were no contractors to actually do it. But I think that's a lot of the ecosystem building that we're doing. Because it's a multi-sided marketplace, we work with everyone from the technology providers to the finance providers or the banks, and contractors are a big element. So that's one of the industries that we want to standardize. So, I mean, long answer short, right now we want to scale pathways in which we're doing a lot of workforce development in parallel to technology development. And that's one of our focus areas.
All right, good. Thank you very much, Suri. Okay.
I also have a question. The customer acquisition cost is what drives your business case. And if I am a solution provider, the platform makes a lot of sense, because you can actually have multiple solution providers in the same platform. But as a platform, you also need to think about the other side, right? So, and you kind of tackle that, but when I saw the presentation, my question is how you're gonna bring the commercial building owners, the facility managers, and other customers to actually interact in your platform.
Yeah, that's also a really good question. So there are three really big customer categories. One is enterprises that own their own infrastructure, like offices or warehouses or industrial facilities. The second is real estate companies that own 200 offices or 200 multifamily buildings. And the third is chains like Starbucks or Domino's or Pizza Huts. So for each of these, like three, there are different value propositions. For the real estate companies, because they pay most of the operating costs, they want to cut down on it. And right now they have to go to consultants. So when we did customer acquisition across all these three categories, we found that there's no one-stop shop that they're currently going to get these things done. So we actually do so with the building models, we find the buildings that have the highest ROI to implement a retrofit, and then we go to them and say, hey, you can save 30 to 40% of your cost if you come on this platform. And if they do it for one building, they do it for 200. That's what they're seeing. So that's how they are interacting with the platform as of now. And enterprises come in with ESG targets. So real estate portfolios care about cost, but enterprises care a lot about carbon emissions abated.
Okay, the 3 minutes are up perfectly, so we can move on to the next page.
Can I just ask one
Thank
more
you.
question, if that is okay?
I don't think we have time for that, sorry.
Thank you. You can hold that question and then maybe you can ask the other team. But thank you very much for answering the questions. Let's go to Eva.
Hi, I'm Tamara. I'm an environmental and energy engineer and the founder of EVA. The construction industry faces tremendous challenges in the recent years. The cement production, which is the main component of the concrete, is highly polluting, twice the air transportation. With rising regulatory pressure to reduce carbon footprint of the industry, the costs are skyrocketing, which influence the whole supply chain. At the end of the supply chain, there are 3 billion tons of construction and demolition waste produced each year, only partially recycled. This is 10 times the plastic waste. With EVA's technology, demolition waste recycling plants will be able to produce high-quality supplementary cementitious material, SCM, which can partially substitute the polluting cement material and sell it to concrete producers. Our business model is joint venture with demolition waste plants and later on licensing of the technology. The supplementary cementitious materials market is expected to reach $40 billion by 2030. Our beachhead market is Israel due to relations with local industry. The next markets are expected to be Europe and US markets due to the high demand for the SCMs there. EVA's technology allows production of highly useful carbon negative material while utilizing only fraction of the energy that is required for cement production and other common technologies, allowing green building certificates for the construction companies in a cost-efficient way. We have a patent pending on our technology. The cost of raw material is negative for our customers as they're actually paid to take the waste. The operational cost is lower due to the low energy demand, and the scalability is high due to the abundance of the raw material. We have talked with 33 companies around the globe. The key questions were, what are your regulatory challenges today? Which supplementary cementitious materials are you using today? And what are the key criteria for those? The key insights were that the mandatory green certificates and high carbon price are major drivers of the industry towards greener solutions. But the availability of traditional supplementary cementitious materials is limited in the recent years. Another key insight was that the quality is a major concern. The customer acquisition cost in our model is relatively high, as we need to help with the installation of the equipment at the customer site. But as soon as those are in place, the lifetime is long. The customer size is important, as the effort and acquisition costs are similar for most of the customers, but the larger the customer is, the larger the profits. There are 40 demolition firms in Israel. 30 of them are suitable for us. If we reach to 40% of the market by the 5th year, we can expect more than $15 million profit per year. This model talks about Israel market only, but we expect to reach other markets as well by the 5th year with the technology licensing. If we take carbon footprint of standard cement as 100% and replace 30% of it with our material, we can reduce almost 40% of the carbon because of the carbon uptake of our material. Our beachhead market carbon reduction potential is more than 500,000 tons per year. Our team members have vast experience in engineering, management, research, production line design, and operation. Each of our team members has inventions and patents in different fields. Our dream is to reach at least 500,000 tons EVA's material production and more than 500,000 tons carbon reduction by the 5th year, driving the construction industry towards greener future. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that presentation. And we will go to the jury for question and answer. I'd like to start with,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can have Zara to start in the questioning.
Can you hear me?
I just wanted to understand that I did understand the environmental impact, just wanted to understand their social impact as well.
Social impact
Through this
employees,
project, through this initiative, yeah.
More places to work, because we basically are answering another chain in the current supply chain. Our solution adding another production line in every, not every, but hopefully every demolition recycling plant in the future. So of course we are adding more workforce and etc. And also recycling of the resources and bringing it back to the economy. I think it's a very important issue. It also brings more impact.
Can you hear me?
Thank you very much. I'd like to ask Faraji for a question, and we can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Awesome. So I wanted to ask, is the business registered and do they have any traction so far? And if not, what has been done so far?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you well. Could you please repeat?
Is your business registered and what is your traction so far? And if you're not registered, what have you done so far?
Registration is ever registered. Yep.
Yes, EVA is registered, and we actually are talking with the demolition waste plants in Israel to make our first joint ventures in the near future. I wanted to say something about the business model. I didn't include, because it wasn't it wasn't in the Excel. I didn't include the carbon credits, but it's almost doubles the profit for our company if we are take the secondary carbon credit for a carbon negative material.
All right. Thank you very much.
I had asked for traction. I don't know if you had that. I had asked for traction. Sorry? Because they said that they've been registered. What is the traction so far?
Raji,
I think it
was asking on the chat box, if registered, how's your traction so far? How is your traction so far?
Yes, thank you. We are currently in the validation test with the cement and concrete industries. We have received a governmental grant, and with that made a proof of concept, and now we are in validation test with cement and concrete industry. And the next step is actually a production pilot. It's not a pilot; it's a small-scale production pilot in the demolition plant.
All right. Thank you very much, Tamara.
Okay, yeah, the 3 minutes are up, so we can move on. Thank you.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear well the questions.
Everyone.
Sorry.
No
Do
worries.
you know that every year around 7 million people die because of poor air quality, and that we spend 90% of our time indoor? The air we breathe every day must be cleaned and safe for the sake of our health and environment, and consequently of the global economics. We have the solution to create indoor spaces free from pollution and contamination. APA technology, which stands for Air Pollution Abatement, is a nature-based patented innovation that cleans the ambient air without the use of filters, only with simple waters and mechanical processes. At Clean Air, we pursue the development, intellectual property rights transfer, industrialization, and commercialization of APA technology. With our latest project, we aim at integrating APA technology into the HVAC systems of the buildings. We offer the APA integration to the buildings owners who want to make the ambient air of their buildings safer, cleaner and contamination-free. The price of a single installation that can serve one air treatment unit is 33,000 euros. We are already present in the air pollution control market, in the indoor air purification market, and in the COVID-19 detection market with our solutions. With the new applicability of APA, we can also penetrate into the HVAC systems market. In 10 years, such market will reach more than $200 billion value. We have identified our beachhead market in the industrial buildings in Italy. In the coming years, we will be able to expand our presence, penetrating in other segments and in the region. We reduce the cost of particulate matter abatement by more than 20 euros per gram compared to our competitors. Building owners will save money while creating healthier and safer places by delivering better air quality. The technology integration into the HVAC systems will also allow our customers to reduce cost of maintenance and will make the buildings more energy efficient. APA indeed does not require constant physical intervention and does not reduce its efficiency over time, like filters do, which get clogged and have to be disposed as special waste. We offer a nature-based and filterless technology, which uses only water, is 100% sustainable, versatile, and able to operate both indoor and outdoor. APA can simultaneously remove the widest range of harmful pollutants, chemicals, gaseous particles, as well as detect and remove viruses and bacteria. We already have other solutions such as the flower pot, a standalone device for interiors that can clean spaces such as offices, and panels and totems for industrial and urban applications. According to the World Health Organization, 9 people out of 10 breathe unsafe air, and this causes big damages to people, environment, and economies. The cost of inaction accounts for $5 trillion per year. The common problems of building owners are related to the quality of the air and the efficiency of the HVAC systems from an environmental and economical point of view. APA can benefit our customers because it makes living and working spaces cleaner, safer, and more productive, while reducing costs and improving energy efficiency. In terms of financials, we can assume that in 5 years, with 10% of our beachhead market, we will be able to install around 11,000 APA integrations in the air treatment units, considering that an average building may need 3 units and the life of the product can reach 15 years. Our profit will be around 160 million euros. For what concerns climate impact, APA can save 6 million tons of CO2 per year. APA can abate 20% of CO2 directly from the process of cleaning the air, and its implementation in the HVAC systems will allow a further reduction of CO2 emissions by 25%, thanks to the reduction of energy consumption, unlike filters, which get clogged, require more energy, and therefore emit more CO2. Our team is focusing every day on the technology implementation and development. It is composed by managers and engineers with more than 20 years of experience, working together to concretely reduce climate change impacts. Our dream is to have clean air for everyone, everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that presentation. We go straight to the jury. Who would like to go first?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Thank you for the nice presentation. I was wondering if you would be the team that wins or we send to at least the support for next year. What would be the extra value for you?
So the extra value for us, if we will get support in terms of finance, is first of all to implement our business globally and also in international market, because our business model is more focused on technology. We are more technology provider than product provider. So with intellectual property transfer agreement, we are able to make in the hands of everybody our technology and also our know-how. So added value for us is to have the power to implement our presence internationally in order to make our APA business developed in all the countries. Also because our goal is to fight climate change and also bad air quality. So the added value for us is to fight climate change and make our technology in the hands of all stakeholders globally.
Thank you very much, Jara, for that response. Another question. Yes, Faraji.
I was trying to look at the capacity of the teams that you have in the startup. First of all, what stage are you in? And why did you decide to have a bigger team at the beginning compared to the performance? Or maybe you can tell us how much have you performed?
Yeah, we have different solution in our portfolio. We have some solution with the TRL from 6 to 5.6 and other solution like our flower pot about 6 TRL 7.8, and we have achieved also the TRL 9 fully commercialized for our APA panel totem, which is a solution for industrial application. Our team is like about 6 employees full-time, but we are also working with 21 air pollution experts, just because we are acquiring new projects, and in pipeline we have a lot of old projects due to COVID-19, because we stopped a lot of projects, and the new one we acquired. So we are just trying to collaborate, allocated on project with other 21 air pollution experts and engineers.
All right. Thank you very much for that response.
Yeah, that is 3 minutes exactly, so we can move on. Thanks.
Sure. Thank you very much. And the next one is BreatheIO.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Bilal, founder of BreatheIO. 90% of the world population is living under air quality conditions which do not meet the guidelines of World Health Organization, which results in 8 million deaths every year due to poor air quality. In Pakistan alone, 32 million children are affected by respiratory diseases every year due to poor air quality. This poor air quality is a direct result of climate change, and we call it air pollution. Unless global air pollution is reduced to meet the WHO guidelines, the average person is set to lose 2.2 years of their lives. Residents of more polluted areas of the world could see their lives cut short by 5 years or more. With BreatheIO, your air quality will start meeting the WHO guidelines, which will result in a gain of 2 to 5 years of life expectancy by reining down the air pollution level that you are constantly breathing in. Our deal is to install BreatheIO devices in your houses, offices, schools, hotels, and restaurants at zero cost. The devices will ensure that your air quality is constantly being monitored for dangerous levels and being purified at the same time, ensuring that you breathe in clean air. Our filters are equipped with HEPA standards that last up to 4 months while testing in the #1 polluted city in the world. This is where I live in Lahore, and our subscriptions ensure that these filters are being replaced by us at a mere price of $5 per month. Our current growth market is Pakistan. In reference to a consensus conducted by Profit Pakistan, the upper middle class is approximately 5.6 million people, and our target in the next 5 years is to get 135,000 devices online on monthly subscription. This can include multiple devices in single households or places. At year 1, we are targeting 10,000 plus devices, which lands us a yearly revenue of $0.6 million. Talking about air purification, we are sitting on an industry that is going to become a $25 billion industry by 2030. Air is by far the basic necessity of all living things to live. Like water, air will be commercialized and is becoming a $25 billion industry by 2030. That will be using the cutting edge smart technologies to sustain itself. Our customer value proposition to our users is that they will be saving 80% cost reduction annually in their spending of air purification. As a hardware as a service with $0 installments, a large number of users are already adopting our devices with advanced technology that we have made affordable. I give you BreatheIO, one of the smartest air purifiers in the world that is utilizing the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning to reduce, control, and forecast air pollution. Our air purifiers are equipped with new standards of measuring 6 different gas levels in your environment that allow you to trace the root cause of what is making the environment hazardous, as well as we using HEPA standards to purify the air you breathe in with activated carbon to reduce carbon emissions. The device can be controlled using a mobile app available at Apple and Android store and a detailed dashboard for advanced analysis and reports of your environment. Our customer discovery started with a survey of 500 plus people, in which our key assumptions were that people are acknowledging air pollution and need affordable air purifier. 9 out of 10 people express that air quality is a problem. 7 out of 10 people are using masks to combat that problem, and 2 out of 10 people owned an air purifier. Furthermore, majority of the people didn't own an air purifier due to their high cost. Calculating just a cap of 2.5% of the Pakistani market at $5 a month with a hardware as a service by just acquiring 135,000 plus customers, our yearly recurring profit is above $5 million. Our key drivers are no cost of deployment with a customer life of 5 years, which guarantees scalability of our solution. We have reached our first market of serving 500 plus globally increasing customer in the year of 2022, with our last month revenue reaching $12,000 plus. Using HEPA grade technology, our filters are equipped with a carbon activated layer, which is capable of removing 12% carbon dioxide and VOCs from each air change. Our air purifiers are capable of 8 to 10 air changes per hour. And if 1,000 devices are online for a year, 220 metric tons of carbon is removed from the air that you breathe in. We have an MOU signed with Gamma Green, a waste management company, which is able to recycle our filters for minimum climate hazard. For recycling, our customers can benefit from free filter replacement and value-added services. Our enclosures are injection molded with TPS thermo-starch-based plastics. These plastics are 100% biodegradable and carbon neutral. On an average, our team has 7+ years of professional industry and corporate experience, and we will grow as an R&D company with multiple products in the next 5 years to become the first unicorn of Pakistan. Hello, my name is Mohammed Bilal, founder of...
Yeah, the pitch is over. Okay. Just wanted to keep
wanted to stop in, so do you remember? Welcome, ask your questions.
I will go first.
Yes, please.
Okay. So good presentation overall. Just wanted to understand that during your survey, you've given numbers of 3 markets. And you said that you have done your pilot in Lahore only, or are you expanding it to other markets as well? And will the pricing be same in other markets as well?
Okay, thank you. So first of all, we did initially started with Lahore, but it slowly crept into Islamabad, Rawalpindi,
Lahore, and a couple of customers from Karachi as well. I mean, that's how the customer growth went by. And recently, I just came back from GITEX in Dubai, and there we had like 500 plus leads, in which 10% was the conversion rate, and people are wanting exclusive distribution in GCC, all UAE as well. So definitely, there's a good market outside as well. And recently, we are also closing a deal with providing around 30,000 plus air purifiers in the US as well. So the pricing model definitely is going to be different for other aspects as well, where we are situated, where we are able to give support, warranty, where our placement is, we are definitely able to go with the hardware as a service model. But in other marketplaces, as soon as we get our support and service centers over there with our distributors, definitely the hardware as a service model can expand over into those markets as well. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
So, I'm trying to think on the business aspect and the support that we give to the startups. Do you think you really need this support as on how you're operating and how your things going on? Because it seems like you're doing good and you're kind of signing a lot of deals so far. So in the business aspect, but as well as the support that is provided by the team here, the ClimateLaunchpad, do you really think you need this support? And if yes, in what exactly?
I'm trying to understand the question. Your voice was a bit, so what you were trying to ask is, do I think that I will be able to give support in other markets as well? Is that the exact question? Kindly correct me.
If I got the question right from Faraji, the question was about if you get additional support, what would you be working? What would be the area that you'd work on your business?
The first area that we would work on is the procurement and the stock inventory of it. And secondly is setting up the support and warranty center. These are the two major areas. And in the third manner, there's recently a very initial demand of car air purifiers that has been lingering with us. So definitely with the R&D, we can come up with a second product. So I think these are the three aspects that we will be handling with that.
All right. So Faraji also puts in the chat box, do you really need the support since you are doing well, like the CLP support? And from this support, what exactly will you be doing? Which use it for? And yeah, you already answered that question, what you'd be using it for. So good.
Yeah, and that also marks our 3 minutes. So we can also move on. Thank you.
We can move on. And the next we're going to hear from Studio Bio. Thank you.
Did you know that the houses you live in affect your health both physically and mentally? In our days, we are spending 90% of our lives in closed artificial environments, so indoors become the most important determination of our health, but unfortunately, we are not breathing healthy materials. At Studio Bio, we have a solution to that. I am Özge, and today I'll be introducing Studio Bio's healthy materials designed for your living spaces. We produce various products by recycling domestic food waste such as orange peels, eggshells, nutshells. Today we'll talk about our biocomposite panels as interior wall coverings and their future possible usages. One panel is sold for €28 per square meter, and our beachhead market is construction companies, though we're also targeting architectural offices and corporate companies. The construction market is huge worldwide, and our market is a part of that. The biocomposite construction material market is also growing rapidly as people start caring more about their health and about nature. Market in Turkey is €220 million, as in Europe this is 2.2 billion, and worldwide it's 5.8 billion. The sector for biocomposite panels, however, is still a blue ocean. That being said, our materials have the potential to also move to different sectors such as furniture, textile, packaging, consumer goods, etc. We already have some trials and prototypes in those sectors using our potential and know-how. Compared to other common panels like wood, PVC, and cork, our products cost much cheaper, and compared to the other biodegradable products, our panels cost 33% less, where they also have added values as being 83% bio-based, long-lasting, recyclable, can be used as insulation. In Turkey, we have one main competitor, and globally it's not more than 15 at the moment. Besides creating a healthy environment, the advantage we provide to construction companies is that we have long-lasting, completely biodegradable products that have potential for large-scale production. You can see a glimpse of our products here in my hands. Some of these are hard, where some are flexible, and through each material, You can see the agrofibers used in them. So let's talk a bit about production. Our products work in a closed cycle manner where we get the domestic waste from companies, put them through drying and grinding to obtain fibers that give the product its durability. Then we combine the waste with natural binders and shape them by several different methods to produce our end product. Once we're done using the end product, it can be put back to the cycle. According to our test, they don't dissolve unless they are put directly in soil, and when put in soil, they dissolve in 30 to 40 days completely. We're also working on obtaining a patent. We already met 8 companies as possible customers and suppliers, which are shown in the slide. Suppliers include food manufacturers, which have a huge food waste they need to get rid of after production. Others are corporate companies, factories, and hospitals. Before the customer discovery stage, we had assumptions like sustainability concern would be over the price and that aesthetics are not concerned over sustainability. However, what we learned was that the price is the biggest priority, compliance with regulations are valued, and high performance and machinability is important for the buyer. In order to further test our samples for durability, we did agreements with an engineering company. As entering the market with €28 per square meter, we aim to get €2,707 by end of the year by achieving 58,000 customers, which would be 15% of the market. When we compare the embodied energy coefficients of other materials in the beachhead market like PVC, wood, and cement, biocomposites have distinctively low values. These panels are not only 100% biodegradable, but also reduce CO2 emissions by 27%, deforestation by 15%, and plastic usage by 13% compared to their non-biodegradable alternatives. If our biocomposite panels were used in construction sector instead of 1/4 of the PVC that is used today, we would be saving 40,000 tons of CO2 emissions by year. Also, they are compatible with LEED and BREEAM regulations, which is important for construction companies to obtain these certifications. At Studio Bio, we are a very experienced and qualified team of 2 award-winning architects and 1 material engineer at the moment. We have more than 5 years of international experience in construction, design, and material business. For sure, we aim to expand the team by adding qualified team members in the future. We aim to create an infrastructure for sustainable raw materials to be preferred in the construction and B2C industry. In the future, we also want to introduce kids to circular economy by creating healthy furniture for them. Thank you for listening and being part of our adventure.
Right. Thank you very much, Studio IO. Do
Hello.
you remember? Welcome.
Right, I have a question. So how do you compare your product with engineering wood, so MDF type of thing?
Because they're both used in the same industry and in the same ways. Maybe you can't build a whole house with biocomposite panels, but wood is also used as furniture, as wood, as a wall or floor coverings, as parquets, all these things. So the functions are almost the same. And also wood is natural, but for wood to combine some wood particles to each other, they use formaldehyde, which is really not healthy for people. This is the way we combine them, so we can also obtain the carbon emission values and prices for according to this information.
All right, good. Thank you very much.
Just want to ask one more question.
Yep.
So very good presentation. Just as
Thank
far
you very
as
much.
you going commercial is concerned, do you think there can be any raw material constraint? Can capacity of raw material availability have effects on your output as well?
The quality, yes. I mean, yes, we prefer quality. You mean by quality of the waste or the capacity of the waste?
No, the capacity of the waste. Is that a limitation, the raw material availability, or is it aligned? Your supply chains for inputs are aligned, and you know.
By far, we didn't have a problem about this because all these waste are actually the waste of the food we eat. Like, so we eat the inside and the outside is the waste, and it's like there are millions of grams of these waste preparing. So we just collect them, and we never had a problem with the capacity, and I don't think we will have in the future also.
So do you do that yourself, or are there any structured supply chain suppliers of these raw materials available?
For now, we are talking to these 3 companies. One is a patisserie, one is a coffee place, and one is another corporate company. So we are taking their waste materials for now, and these 3 big companies are enough for us at the moment. So what we do is we have this agreement that they can use our name and say that they're increasing their sustainability value in the company. And instead of taking this trash to put in the trash, they're just bringing it to our workshop area where we use it there, and then we create our material.
Good, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope it's helpful, the answer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and that was also 3 minutes. So thank you, and we can move on.
Thank you. Yes, we move to the next, and the next is Circularity. Welcome.
Hello, my name is Eric Monene, and I'm the founder and CEO at Circularity Space. I have grown up all my life next to the largest dam site in East Africa, the Dandora dam site, and I've witnessed firsthand how smoke and smell clouds classrooms in schools living around the area. In addition to this, many dams are popping up all across Nairobi, and worst of all is that diseases such as cancer is troubling the people living in my community. Africa has a big garbage problem. This is caused by the increase in population, increased consumerism, and a poor waste infrastructure. It is because of this that at my second year of university, I came up with a smart bin that is meant to turn Africa's trash into cash. We set up our smart bins in real estates, institutions, and organizations where we collect waste resources from our users. We sell the sorted waste materials in categories such as plastic, aluminium, and diapers, for example. Manufacturers and composters who pay us 80.3 euros per ton of waste, and we pay our users 16.1 euros per ton. We earn a commission of 80% from waste resource collected. We are addressing Africa's 7.6 billion euro circular economy market. Our beachhead market is Kenya, which is valued at 5 million euros as of the year 2020, and we're already drawing traction and impact from our solution. So far, we've signed 2 memorandums of understanding, and with the government pushing the Extended Producer Responsibility Act, it will see manufacturers account for the waste that they put out into the environment. By our third year of operation, our goal is to expand to the rest of East Africa, valued at 5.6 billion euros, and then by our year 5, we will be serving the whole of Africa. Our customer value proposition is that we are reducing waste pollution by up to 90%, which will see for the first time clean streets and zero landfills in Africa. For our customers, we are providing up to 70% cheaper waste resources compared to the conventional. For our customers, we are providing up to 70% cheaper waste resources compared to the conventional recovery methods. Our advantage is that we are affordable, reliable, and most importantly, closing the circular economy loop. We set up our collection points, the smart bins, in real estates, institutions, and organizations, where our users bring their waste materials to our bin. We use advanced technology so that our smart bins are able to identify, sort, and pay users for the value of waste collected. Once full, the bin notifies prospective collectors who come, empty the bin, and sends it to recyclers, manufacturers, or composters who pay the market value of this waste. What sets us apart is that we use AI for the recovery and valuing of waste, and we are filing a utility patent for the algorithm where our bin is able to value waste and match waste to their prospective buyers. In our customer discovery, we ask questions such as what are the current waste collection and disposal systems? Where does waste end up? And how can you improve the current waste infrastructure? The responses that we got from 120 users and 2 pilots was that government and private collectors are the ones mandated to collect waste. Other users opt to burn their waste. Some use the abandoned buildings, streets, or rivers to dispose of their waste. 45% of waste ends up in landfills, while 20% goes unaccounted for. Only that 5% of waste is adequately recovered. Our users told us that they need a reliable waste infrastructure, one that is education-based so that they know what has value and what does not, and a cultural shift with a user incentive so that people can take time to adequately manage their waste. With just 20% of our beachhead market, we'll be making a profit of 130 million euros per year. The key drivers to this is that recyclers and manufacturers have the right capacity to handle the waste that we'll be collecting. Secondly is that we'll have low maintenance cost of our equipment and that our smart bin equipment lifespan is at least 10 years. At Circularity Space, we are all about impact, and our climate impact by just reaching 20% of our beachhead market, or an equivalent of 120,000 tons of waste, we'll be saving over 300,000 tons of CO2 emissions every year. Our founder's dream is to provide 40,000 smart bins in the sub-Saharan Africa, close Africa's circular economy gap, and achieve 130 million euros by our fifth year of operations. To achieve this is myself as founder and CEO, James Maina, Head of Hardware Engineering, Thomas Suma, our Head of Artificial Intelligence, and what we lack in experience, we get it from our advisor, Dr. Mary Muko, who is the Dean Faculty of Business and Law. Thank you. Hello, my name is
Thank you very much for that. And I will take it to the jury to ask a few questions.
I'll start. So in a very short statement, can you tell us again how does your bin work and what is the difference between your bin and other governmental systems that allows the collection and how my question is clear?
Thank you, Faraji. Redefine how your bin works, circularity. You're welcome to unmute yourself and put your video on to answer the question.
Thank you for the question. So our smart bin works where a user has to register either with their phone number or downloading a mobile app. After that, they approach the nearest smart bin, drop their waste, and they get paid instantly with points that they can redeem for cash or for discounts on products. Users with smartphone opt for the mobile app, and if you don't have a smartphone, you can go the other way of using your phone number as your account. So we are able to tap into Kenya's mobile phone penetration, which is at the moment at 85%.
So as far as I understood, I'm sorry for the business. As far as I understood, so your product is not the smart bin, but your product is the application that you're using as a smart bin. All right?
I'm sorry? Come again?
Your product is the application. It's not the bin itself. It's the application that you call smart bin, but it's the application that facilitates the process of collecting right?
No, it's a combination of both. We build the smart bins that are able to identify, sort, and pay users for their garbage. The application is just meant to allow users to find the nearest bin and monitor the number of, how much they've earned from their waste.
So I wanted to understand how that bin, not the application side, that bin, how does this work? What is the difference between other bins that we have?
Oh, thank you for the question. So we're using a combination of wide area networks and the Internet of Things technology. So we have sensors set up in the bin, and once you bring your waste, the sensors are able to identify what type of waste has been thrown and dispose it in the right compartment. So the bin collects data on the waste dropped and sends it to our trained machine learning algorithm that now values this waste and connects it to our recycler who buys that waste.
Okay, all right. I hope, Faraji, your question has been answered, or at least some insight has been given. Thank you very much. One more question.
No question to that one, because I just want to understand it very well. So the bin is the focus is really on collecting the waste and sending it to other companies that can use the waste. Do I understand that well?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, and that is also our 3-minute mark. So let's move on.
Right.
All right, it's over, unfortunately. We go to the next team, and this will be Ecomak.
Every year, more than 11 million metric tons of plastic waste end up in oceans and landfills across the globe. And in Uganda, over 600 metric tons of plastic waste are generated every day, with only 6% collected. This means the remaining uncollected plastic waste ends up in drainage channels, sewers, or even into landfills. On the other hand, Uganda faces a 2.5 million housing deficit due to the high costs of construction materials such as cement, since many Ugandans currently survive on less than $1 per day and can't afford buying them. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ronald Mugiga. I'm the CEO and founder of Ecomak Recyclers, a social enterprise that transforms plastic waste in communities into eco-friendly construction bricks and blocks, solving the challenges of plastic waste pollution, indecent housing, unemployment, poverty, while mitigating climate change. At Ecomak, we make our eco bricks from plastic waste, and we sell our bricks to our customers who are construction companies, and these include real estate agencies and engineering enterprises at a cost of 0.1 euros per brick. The total value market on the African continent for construction bricks and blocks was valued at 450 billion euros as of 2021. Our beachhead market, which is Uganda, was valued at 600 million euros. Our goal is to acquire 10% of the beachhead market. This is in Kampala and other cities of Uganda at a valuation of 60 million euros. Our eco bricks offer a number of advantages, and these include zero breakages once used. Our eco bricks are 2 times stronger than the conventional concrete bricks on the market. Our bricks come in a variety of colors, hence no costs for finishing. And most importantly, our eco bricks are 42% cheaper than the conventional concrete bricks. At Ecomak, we work with community members who collect plastic waste. They then sell it as per kilo of plastic waste collected. We then use a chemical-free and energy-saving extrusion technology to transform the collected plastic waste into eco-friendly construction bricks and blocks. For each brick we make, removes 1 kilogram of plastic waste from the environment. Our technology is scalable and can be replicated in all other cities and communities across Africa, simply because the plastic waste that we use as a raw material can be found everywhere across the African continent. Currently, our technology is patent pending. Through our journey to customer discovery, we interviewed 150 customers, including 85 construction managers and 65 sales engineers, with our key assumptions being quality and cost of the bricks on the market. Through our learnings, we found out that a strong and durable brick is required, and the cost of our eco brick is affordable and can be accepted by any company across Uganda and Africa at large. By the 5th year of our operations, we shall be making 18 million euros in profits per year. This is by selling 400 million bricks per year at a profit of 0.05 euros per brick, with our key drivers being the number of bricks sold, number of customers acquired, and the cost of our eco bricks. Currently, the use of cement in the construction sector contributes 8.78 kilograms of carbon emissions to the atmosphere per brick used. However, with our innovative approach of using bricks made out of plastic waste, we save 7.56 kilograms of carbon emissions from reaching out the atmosphere per brick used. This implies, with the 10% of the beachhead market acquired, we shall save 615 gigatons of carbon emissions from reaching out the atmosphere per year. At Ecomak, we have a well-established team of engineers, environmental scientists, business development, as well as accounting, who are all passionate about ending plastic waste pollution while creating jobs for marginalized communities across the African continent. Our dream at Ecomak is to have our company acquire a valuation of 1 billion euros in the next 5 years, create green jobs for 1 million people across the African continent, scale to other 5 African countries, including Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania, Zambia, and Ghana in the next 5 years, as well as provide affordable and sustainable housing construction materials, all made out of recycled plastic waste. Please join us to have a plastic waste-free world. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that presentation. And we do have time for around 2 questions from the jury. Welcome.
So I'll go first.
Yes,
Is
please.
this product ready for sale right now? Have you done any pilot in the markets?
Yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah, we have done pilot in 2 cities in Uganda, and we currently have paying customers. We already sold close to 1 million bricks.
Okay, and again, I'm going to ask you whether you have your supply chain of raw materials aligned. Is this a structured supply chain, or is it that you're going to talk to different companies for the raw material availability?
So what we do at Ecomak is we establish our own collection centers in different communities. So that's how we manage to collect the plastic waste from communities that we transport our recycling plant.
So you're directly collecting it from the communities?
Yeah, sure, that's right.
And you're going to follow the same models in different countries as well?
Yeah, so that's the business model we use. Everywhere we move into, each community we go into is we establish our own collection center. So we think that's the model that can be scaled and replicated in other countries.
And you have a central manufacturing center?
Yeah, sure. We have one central point that we do the manufacturing. So we transport the collected plastic waste to our plant, where we do the recycling, and then we transport the bricks to different customers.
And do you employ people from the community to collect the waste?
Yeah, so thank you so much. So what we do is for each collection center we establish, we organize a group of 50 to 60 women and youth who work directly for us. We also allow other community members to bring and drop in if they have waste in their households for sale. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good, quite comprehensive
I have
question.
a very quick question.
Yes, please.
I hope I'm allowed to.
Yes, Faraji.
Yeah, so Ecomak, this challenge, actually I've been judging this kind of startups for a while. And one of the biggest challenges that they're facing is that in South Africa, which is your biggest market, there's a challenge of not accepting this kind of breaks because of mindset, because of understanding and all that. What are the strategies are you planning to use for the penetration of the market? Also you mentioned, sorry?
Oh, sure, I'm getting you.
Yeah, so what is your strategy for market penetration? That's one. But two, I would like to understand, you said you have sold 1 million bricks until now. So 1 million bricks is quite small actually. I would like to understand like for how long or for which period of time that you started operating plus when you sold this 1 million bricks. Because I still feel like for the market that you mentioned, there's still a very big challenge of being accepted and you might not do well on the part of
Sure. Yeah, thank you so much for the for the questions. So, the first one, market penetration, is we are looking at how competitive are we. So we are looking about the cost. So you find that a concrete brick of the same size as our brick is 700 Uganda shillings. That's cost 0.175 euros. So we come in with a smaller cost, which is around 0.1 euros or 400 Uganda shillings. First acquire customers who use our bricks, and then we can have referrals and so many clients who come in to use the bricks. So we have done pilots. So we started, we are now 2 years old, but we launched the bricks into the market last year in May. So, and we started, we launched the bricks. We started with a B2C model, but we found out it wasn't actually working out very well. So we as well now started doing pilots in different cities this year in March, looking out at the B2B model to ensure that we can have not so many customers, but have big construction companies that can bring in big orders, like of close to 100,000 bricks per deal.
Okay, thank you. I have to stop you now because we're a bit over time, but thank you for the questions.
Thank you for answering the questions. Thank you very much. We go to the next team, and the next team is Imat.
Do you know that building construction produces 10% of environmental deterioration through the world? And most of this is because of insulation issues. The majority of dry construction companies use spun glass. Although this product reduces 40% of climate impact, it still doesn't solve the problem. Well, EMAT have the solution. We want to build a large network that strengthens alliances between social organizations, researchers, and entrepreneurs to create and distribute innovative materials and services for construction. We want to start by manufacturing and distributing dry construction materials. EMAT's first product is an eco-insulation product manufactured with recycled plant fibers and therefore one of the most effective ways to reduce a structural long-term carbon footprint. EMAT sells a recycle and eco-insulation solution service to dry construction companies like steel framing or wood frame. The total is $18.5 square meter. The current market in Argentina is led by 3 companies, which together processes about 5 tons years. And this is equivalent to a turnover of $12 million a month. We will start with 1,000 tons a year in Córdoba. By 2025, we will accomplish our beachhead market in Argentina by selling our product to 5,000 dry construction companies. We plan to grow by installing 5 eco-factories, 1 in each region of Argentina. To continue our growth, we will have to expand to new continents, such as Latam, that represent 22 million turnover, and the US with a total of 1,000 million month. EMAT saves up to $3.2 square meter in insulation service and helps to a more sustainable construction, 15% on the insulation of the project in the same installation time, 1 day for a standard work of 100 square meter. And other sustainable benefits, such as it's easier to use during installation and is made with recycled material. Our product is 85% recycled, is non-toxic, provides thermic and acoustic excellence, and avoids construction waste. Our characteristics, it's a great thermal transmission coefficient, it's an excellent in acoustic, and it is full coverage to eliminate opening noise in walls. Our competitive advantage is innovative approach, and it guarantees excellency in acoustic efficiency. EMAT have a patent certification like INTI and strategic alliances like UNSA and LABOS. Our clients look for efficient, industrial, and sustainable solution. 90% of them want to buy our product. In terms of efficiency, we offer a superior solution for the applicators. In social materials, we upgrade our customers' reputation by becoming a conscientious and innovative builders. And in sustainable matters, we offer a consumption and responsible production solution for the constructor by lowering the footprint by a significant percentage. About finances, with 25% of our beachhead market, we will make a profit of $3,000 million per year. With eco-insulation, we save 3,000 tons of carbon dioxide per year, 2.5 carbon dioxide per home. A house generates 12.5 tons of carbon dioxide per year. Insulation represents 4% of this emission. Biocellulose reduce 2.5 tons of carbon dioxide per year. And last but not least, we developed our production plants at the same location where we recollect our input materials, such as a paper. This way, we reduce to 0% carbon dioxide emissions generated by transportation. Finally, the EMAT team. We value our long-term experience. We are 3 founders, Guillermo with 10 years experience, Matias has a large experience in circular economy, and me, 15 years experiences in sustainable buildings. We dream of developing recycled and eco-construction material for building construction. We want to make 10 million turnover by 2025, and we dream to lead the sustainable construction market in Argentina by 2028. Thank you so much.
Right, thank you very much, Imad, for that presentation. And I'd like to invite the jury for a few questions. I don't know, Alberto, I haven't had you in a while. I don't know whether you have a question.
Actually, this is one of the views that I don't have a question.
Wow.
It's a very clear presentation.
No worries.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I will start with a question. And maybe I misunderstood it a bit. How do you, so there's raw material that comes from somewhere. How do you collect it? How do you get it? And how to be able to produce it?
Okay, good. Imad, I know you're there. Imad, maybe you are on mute. If you're on mute, unmute yourself. I don't think it's there. Imad.
I don't see Emet here. They were here before, but I don't know where they went.
All right, unfortunately, we don't have the ones to answer the questions, so we'll go to the next one at this time. All right, so the next one will be LOCALfarm. Let us go to LOCALfarm.
Did you know that agriculture is responsible of the 40% of the global CO2 emissions? That without mentioning the emissions by transporting the vegetables to the city centers, which, by the way, cost from 70 to 80% of the total price that we pay in the supermarkets. What if I told you that it's possible to produce more in less time without the expenses and the emissions of transportation? Hello, my name is Michelle, and I introduce you LOCALfarm. LOCALfarm is a service solution for food producers companies in which we advise, design, and build indoor farms in the city centers with hydroponic technology, makes them to produce close to their customers, saving time and increasing their profit. Our business model is B2B. Our customers are vegetable producers companies, and what we sell is an integral project that costs $250,000 per 100 square meters of LOCALfarm. Our beachhead market is Argentina and Uruguay, with $4.3 million per year, and we plan to expand to the principal cities of Latin America and Europe in 7 years with a profit of $103.6 million per year. Our customer value proposition is to increase their profit from $3,000 to $11,000 per ton of veggies, only reducing the distances and giving margin to invest in technology. Our service started by advising our customers to select the correct local with a previous study of the location and the market and the urban conditions. Then we design a plan according to their type of production. We install the machinery, and we take care of the maintenance and the monitoring the production. The type of technology that we use is a hydroponic or aeroponic technology, which is a system that works vertically, and instead to use soil, they use water and nutrients to feed the plants. But the biggest advantage of this type of technology is the maximum use of the space. For example, in 100 square meters of LOCALfarm, you can produce 300 lettuce per day. Instead, in the soil, you can produce only 50. What we discovered with our customers is that the 70 to 80% of the total cost of the vegetables, they are expended in cold chain, transportation, administration, logistics in general, which is disproportional. With LOCALfarm, we reduce the distances and create more equitable system between farmers and companies and increasing the profit. Regarding the financials, with 20% of our beachhead market, we will make a profit of $4.3 million per year to build 100 square meters of LOCALfarm. With this solution, we will save 5.7 megatons of CO2 per year by reducing because we do not use pesticides that contaminate the soil or the atmosphere, and we also reduce the emissions by transportation in 80%. Well, this is our team. I'm Michelle Rodriguez. I'm the principal founder of LOCALfarm. I'm an architect. I have 4 years of experience in architectural design, and I have a specialization in city and technology. Rebecca Pinto, she is also an architect. She has 4 years of experience in architectural and interior design. Davis Medina, she is our administrator. She has 12 years of experience in budget and cost estimation. And Hector Patiño, he is our sales manager. He has 70 years of experience in sales in different types of food producers companies, and what we dream is a more compact and self-sufficient city, and our next goal is to develop our own technology to produce not only green leaves but also fruits and vegetables in the indoor farms. This is our team. This is LOCALfarm. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm open to your questions.
All right, good. Thank you very much. We can go to the jury.
Yeah, this one I actually have a question. Thanks for the presentation. Everything you said is pretty much clear and pretty much needed as well.
Thank you.
The question that I have is, what is your unique selling point? Because the capabilities you presented are pretty much across, the market. The market is becoming very congested, very competitive. A lot of firms are offering very much the same. And differentiation is going to be key here.
You ask what is the value proposition like?
Not the value proposition, the unique selling point.
Okay, well, as I say in the presentation, like my startup is not about develop the technology, it's about develop the project for the companies, because of course, as you say, there are a lot of developers of this type of technology, but I'm the bridge between these developers and the companies, like create an integral project. That's my proposal. Yes.
All right, good. Thank you for that answer. We get another question.
Yes, I have a very quick question. Can you explain to me your business model once again, like in a very short sentence? Like, what is your business model?
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
He asked, what is your business model?
My business model is it's B2B. We are our customers are the food producers companies, specifically the vegetable producers, and we offer a service. And I don't know if that answered the question or.
You're leaving me hanging somewhere. I cannot get the whole complete process. I know you're doing B2B, you're selling to other businesses, but like, how does it work exactly?
Maybe I can help. Can you describe a little bit more what the service is that you're offering?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, of course. The service that we offer is to first the consulting according to the type of production of our customer, and then we build we create a project of architectural and architectural project for our customer, and as I say, like, we are the bridge between the developers of the technology and our customers. So we create an integral and consulting and maintenance, of course, the indoor farm. This is the main.
Thank you very much. And I believe the time is up.
Yes, the time is up. Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for that question. Now we go to the 10th team, Recyclo Packages.
Global warming isn't a prediction. It is happening. Every flood, every extreme weather condition, and all other negative climate changes our Earth is going through is a daily reminder of this quote by James Hansen. And chief amongst the contributors to these negative changes are plastic bags, which contaminate food sources, destroy aquatic life, take between 500 to 1,000 years to decompose, and contribute immensely to CO2 emissions through open burning. In 2022 alone, it is estimated that 5 trillion plastic bags will be used, which means 160,000 plastic bags every second. The Nigerian Senate in 2019 proposed a bill to ban the use of plastic bags, and this opened up a huge opportunity in the packaging industry in Nigeria, currently valued at 1.76 billion euros, with a projected annual growth rate of 8%. My name is Emmy Johnson Omoika, and I am the founder of Recyclo Packages, and our solution to tackling the climate impact problems caused by plastic bags contamination is to convert plant waste into sustainable, high-strength seed-embedded paper bags and sell them to pastry shops in our beachhead market, Kaduna, Nigeria. Our deal: Recyclo Packages sells recycled paper bags to pastry shops in our beachhead market, Nigeria, at 100 euros per unit of 1,000 bags. Our market: from our beachhead market in Kaduna, Nigeria, we expand to other parts of Nigeria, and with a targeted 3,000 pastry shops, we make an estimated 20 million euros per annum. And from there, we extend into the African market, and with 12,000 pastry shops, we make an estimated 80 million euros per annum. From 2027 and beyond, we diversify and enter into the global logistic packaging industry. And with an estimated 2.5% market share of the current value of the market, which is 26.4 billion euros, we estimate an annual revenue of 660 million euros. Our customer value proposition: from the graph there, we see that Recyclo Packages carries more maximum weight than plastic bags for the same bag size. And our key advantages: our bags are stronger, and we offer our customers 25% on cost savings, and our bags are convenient and trendy. Our product: we start with the sugarcane plant, from where we get sugarcane bagasse or waste, which is our major raw materials, and with other plant waste, we make our papers, from which we get our Recyclo paper bags. Our competitive advantage: our bags are 100% biodegradable and seed embedded. And seed embedded means that after you use our bags and dispose of them, the seeds germinate and grow into plants, which makes the earth greener. Our business is locally sustainable and highly scalable. Our customer discovery: we had one-on-one interviews with 50 pastry shops and 20 individuals. And from the questions we fielded, we got the following key insights: cost savings in business, stronger bags are desired, and good quality. From our financials: with a 15% market share, we have 150 customers or pastry shops, which enable us to produce 18,000 units of our bags every year, with a profit of 936,000 euros per annum. Our key drivers: price of product, number of products, and number of customers. From our climate impact study, we found that with 15% beachhead market share, Recyclo Packages saves 614 kilotons of CO2 emissions every year. All this great work wouldn't have been possible without an amazing team. And together, the dream is to create an innovative, biodegradable alternative to plastic packaging bags using plant waste to achieve 90 million euros valuation by 2027 from sales of Recyclo paper bags, and to create jobs for 500 farm and factory workers, support SDG 13 climate action and SDG 12.5 waste reduction and recycling. Recyclo paper bags, reduce plastic pollution with our solution. Thank you.
Fine, good. Thank you very much. We go to the jury for questions. Welcome.
Can I start, or there's someone else who's starting?
Can I go first?
Okay, sure.
Just wanted to understand, I think the potential of your market is bigger than what you portray. Why are you limiting yourself to just pastry shops?
Hello, thank you very much for that question. The pastry shops is actually our beachhead market, where we're starting from. And why we're starting with pastry shops, because of the patronage that they have for plastic bags. So that's where the greatest use of plastic bags is, and that is where our greatest use will be for our paper bags also.
But don't you think your market is expandable, much bigger than what you are anticipating right now?
Definitely, definitely. That's why in our FITIO we put, the diversification into logistic, packaging. There are those plans are there. That's why we are diversifying later into logistic packaging.
And because this is seed paper, have you anticipated the climate impact of the seed paper as well in your presentation?
Seed paper. Sorry, we didn't get that question.
This is a seed paper based bag, right?
Yes.
Have you calculated the climate impact of the seed paper and the trees it's going to populate basically in the presentation?
Yes.
So how many trees are we looking at?
For the
per bag, if 50.
Okay. For our bags, for each bag, the way the seeds grow, they do not grow into like big trees. But one bag can populate a very big plantation, because the seeds, they are, in our local dialect, we call them ewedu, and they are very, very, very
jute seeds.
Jute seeds, yeah.
That's what we populated them with, jute seeds.
So they have.
So my question is, have you populated the numbers of trees you have the potential to actually plant?
We haven't worked on that, but we know that when we put in the seeds, yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Good question and good answers, guys. All right.
I was looking into your team. I see all of you are technical team. We don't have any strategic teams in terms of like marketing. We don't have teams that are responsible for finances and all that. So I wanted to understand, how do you operate business, since you're all technical and these are crucial parts of the business?
Okay, we didn't put all that to overcluster the page, but I am a marketing person, and Ikechukwu here, the IT guy, is also a marketing person.
What do you mean by a marketing person? Is it by experience, or because according to your qualifications, it didn't show that you studied?
By experience, not by qualification, because I have done some form of business before, by experience.
Okay, thank you. That is also the 3 minutes. Thanks.
Thank you for the answers, and thank you for the jury for asking the questions. We go to the next team, which will be our last team pitch for the day. XI Bassile, welcome.
UN projections indicate that by 2050, 68% of the world's population is going to live in urban areas, and stormwater management is an increasingly relevant and challenging urban issue. Climate change and urbanization contributes to increase the stormwater runoff quantities that overburden the existing drainage infrastructure in cities. In Mozambique, an already deficient drainage system gets even more compromised by solid waste obstruction. And this leads to constant flooding and stagnant water in the streets that cause material damage and disrupt the daily lives of citizens, compromising their health and productivity. I am Kiusha, and I represent Bassile, a Mozambican startup that proposes green infrastructure and nature-based solutions as the way to go to address these challenges. We focus on bioswales, a linear drainage solution that uses soil and vegetation to manage stormwater. We aim to provide the design, construction and maintenance of bioswales to Mozambican municipalities at a cost of €700 per linear meter. We will start in the neighborhood of Costa do Sol, a flood-prone area where 30,000 people live and where there is a potential to implement 20 kilometers of bioswale, which translates into a value of €14 million. We aim to conquer this market by 2026 and expand to other flood-prone regions of the city by 2036. By 2040, we aim to work in the entire Maputo metropolitan area and after that, other regions of the country. Compared to conventional concrete drainage infrastructure, our solution offers an implementation cost 82.5% lower and additional benefits such as the capacity to filtrate stormwater pollution, which is a big concern in stormwater management, and also to sequestrate carbon dioxide, a faster implementation, the capacity to reduce waste pollution and heat island effects, and to provide aesthetic value. And us, Bassile, we aim to implement a corporate social responsibility program engaging with the communities where the bioswales are implemented, transferring knowledge and skills to ensure the solution's sustainability. Building on precedent studies from the universities of Brasilia and Cape Town, we developed a new bioswale typology that repurposes waste to increase pore space within the bioswale and therefore boost its performance. This solution can either be connected to conventional drainage infrastructure nearby or to water reservoirs that can improve access to water. Depending on the context, this solution can be either an alternative or a supplement to conventional drainage infrastructure. Interviews with different groups of stakeholders confirmed the awareness on the deficiency of the drainage infrastructure in Maputo and that the solid waste is the main challenge to the maintenance of this infrastructure. Municipalities also outsource the design, implementation, maintenance, and funding of drainage infrastructure in the city. And funding institutions confirmed an increasing interest in nature-based approaches that can boost the climate impact of their investments. Our financial plan foresees an annual profit of 5.8 million in the first 5 years of operation, and our key drivers are the product cost, the net price, and the market share. Our solution emits 61.5% less than conventional concrete drainage infrastructure, and this means that in 5 years of operation, we will be able to avoid 7.6 thousand tons of carbon emissions, and we would save over 1.6 million euros in eco costs. This is our team. We have expertise in urbanism, strategic management, environmental finance, sustainability consultancy, climate consultancy, and so on. And we count with your support to implement our dreams, which are to build 20 kilometers of bioswales in the neighborhood of Costa do Sol by 2026, contributing to a safer, more resilient and sustainable and healthy neighborhood, and while sequestrating carbon dioxide and contributing to the climate action agenda.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Bassile. And I'd like to invite the jury members. Pardon, again?
I'll go first.
Bassile.
Bassile, yeah, Bassile. Who would like to go first?
Thank you.
I'll go first.
Yes,
very good presentation and very good concept, I would say. Have you done any pilots so far of the concept?
No, not yet. We have a 3D model of it, and we are looking for support to implement a prototype.
Okay, and do you see that as in, is it expandable? Is it an expandable model, or is it because you're also providing services and maintenance? Is it limited to a certain specific city area, because of the services that you have provided, or you can expand it to other countries, areas as well?
Yes, it's actually something that is applicable to a very wide context where there is a lack of urban infrastructure and flooding at the same time. And this is something that happens not just in Mozambique, in Maputo, but in other areas of the world as well. So it has a high scalability potential.
Thank you.
I have one question, and maybe this is a bit too new, but I was a bit concerned about microplastics because, see, you use compressed PET bottles and also some of the cradles. My question is, with time, and because there is a stream of flow of water, wouldn't it be a danger that these plastics may basically decompose it, and you start to actually push microplastics towards nature?
Yes, this is a concern of ours as well. In the solution, we use geotextile membrane, which is a membrane that filters pollution. We would have to, because it has a different components and different materials interacting at the same time, a prototype would be something that would actually give us more accurate data. But regarding the possibility to filtrate pollution, the geotextile membrane has a big role in our system. And also, this is a solution that aims to mitigate the waste as well, not just the flooding. And according to studies, the plastic being outdoors, in open air and receiving UV, it degrades much faster than being buried in the soil, as it will be in our solution. So it will for sure be something that is less pollutant than the situation that we have already at this point in Maputo.
All right, thank you for answering the question. And I think
the time is up. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, this brings us to
Thank
the
you very
end
much
of today's presentations and pitch. And we'd like to thank you very much for sticking with us till the end. And we are glad that you have taken time to do this speech. You already winners to some level, some degree. So at this time, I'd like to invite, excuse me. Just to give you a bit more information about what is going to happen next. So thank you. What you're going to do, you will get information tomorrow about the two teams